welcome to episode 331 of Flights.
Football.
Anything else?
I'm Dave.
And I'm Mike. How you doing, Dave?
I am better than a three-peckered billy goat in a field full of nannies.
Nice. That's
Yeah.
pretty good.
That is good.
Be a busy billy goat.
Sure. It didn't. The day didn't start off that way. I'll tell you that right now. But
Yeah, drove by. It looked like you were draining some water
yeah.
out of the pool or around the pool. Or
Well, yeah. I mean, that's kind of an ongoing thing right now because the 5 yards around me, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, the 5 yards around me, all come to the Dawson house.
That's the shed gets a little bit.
Yeah.
It sits up, so I think I haven't been in there yet, but
Yeah.
I think it's in the clear, but it's
Right.
got up to the slab. So
Well, and
it's rained a lot.
yeah, and we're not anywhere. I'm not gonna complain because if you go north of Gaylord, holy shit, those people are. That's like when the year, what was it, 2020, when the Sanford Dam broke here. They got a couple dams that are about to go.
Damn it.
It's bad. Damn it.
See what I did there?
I saw that. That was pretty good.
Thanks.
Yeah.
You know what?
How are you, by the way? Did I ask you?
I think I said I was good. If
Okay.
not,
All right.
very good. But from the Learn Something New Every Day department, so shout out to Indy at work. She doesn't listen to this, but maybe Chuck or Nate or Kyle or somebody will let her know.
Yeah.
She helps me out a lot, and she ordered, I gave her my card, safety meeting today, ordered some Jets pizza, and one of them I went off the rails and got black olives, green olives. So she ended it on the card, everything, submitted it, and it came back.
Yeah.
That it didn't go through. The order failed. I was like, well, I don't know what my limit is on my company credit card because we don't use them much and we don't have,
Sure.
We're not the Gatsby's or anything.
You got 6-figure expense account, right?
Right.
Yeah.
But anyway, because I just put $470 on it for the 28th and 29th or whatever the dates are, 29th. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't know, maybe I'm over my limit. And then so she called him, and the guy tells her, geez, oh, you know what it is? You ordered something with green olives. So that kicks it out of the system.
What?
So apparently green olives is such a no-no on pizza these days. Jet's Pizza doesn't even honor it.
This guy clearly is putting green olives on his pizza. He has no money.
The second piece, because the guys didn't like that. They went for they're carnivores apparently.
Oh, I love green olives. Yeah.
Green olives, black olives is actually a decent mix.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
But
Chuck.
anyway.
I don't know. No. There's 4 on now, Chuck.
You brought him to the party, Chuck. Welcome to the party, pal.
Welcome to everybody at Loggers as well, because I know Eric said he was going to put it on the screen at Loggers.
Yes, he did.
Yep.
All right. Last week, No Corrections Corner. It was another fantastic. The dinner's cooking. Have a good show, fellas. All right. Thanks, Larry.
Thank you, sir.
Enjoy your dinner. But last week's episode was great. I'm sure there was mistakes, but fuck them. First tasting. I asked you, and you didn't think we did. I still don't think we have. From Austin Brothers Beer Company in Alpena, Michigan, one of their Murky series. Count Mercula, a New England hazy, episode high 7.2, 50 IBUs. So
Maybe hearing a little. I should have done it on my leg. Little thunder rolling in the background was just me trying to get especially the murky series, trying to get all the particulates all kind of mixed up.
I can't wear the glasses with these earphones on. Yeah. Anyway, so it's a Murky from Austin Brothers.
No. Hello. Okay, we're good.
So you rolled it too fast.
I did.
She said.
This is going to be bad. That's going to be really bad.
Broke protocol by tasting it before we cheersed.
I know, but it was going to be all over the place. It's
I'm
like
pouring a good beer as it pours all the way down my leg and on my notes.
we've never done this before.
That's why we have the paper towels handy, though, David.
Yes, we do. It's like duct tape. Oh, man. Look at all the head on that. Cheers. That's so bad it wasn't even worth a rim shot.
No, but is that banana?
Some kind of tropical fruit. Wow. Wow, what? All I've been doing is tasting foam, so.
That's murky. All right. What have you been watching, Dave?
Finished up Shrinking.
As did I.
Okay. Without any spoilers.
Now,
the ending.
Before we get there.
All right.
You sure you didn't? Hopefully, Mike will give his prediction for the Tigers Red Sox. Oh, the Red Sox will be lucky to win one game. They're probably going to be a segment 2 and a segment 3 topic. So, but yeah, the Red Sox. But yeah, more on that later.
Yes.
So now last week, okay, you finished it because we went to dinner Saturday and you mentioned the scene. So, never mind. Proceed with what you were saying.
Oh, I was just as far as a series finale. I'm pretty sure it's a series finale.
No, they've already renewed season 4.
Oh, there's no shit.
And it's going to be.
I did not know that.
Everybody's returning. I would say they should do Harrison Ford scenes first, maybe. And then, but it's going to be a little bit.
You mean get them filmed as soon as they can? Yeah. Okay.
It's going to be a little bit into the future.
Okay.
So, like, it won't be the next year. So, his daughter probably won't be a freshman in college. She'll probably be a graduate. And it's supposed to be more lighthearted.
How can it get more lighthearted than it is already?
That's what I don't know. I mean, maybe with his wife got killed in a car crash. That's not a spoiler. That's season 1, episode 1.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
But yeah, Liz and I finished that as well. I think it was 7 through 11 we watched since last episode, and it was. It's a very good series.
I belly laughed. I teared up a couple times. Trying to hold it back and be a man. But
the daughter turns 25 in October.
Yeah,
in real life.
So. That text you sent with the scribbling all over it. She's 25.
Yep, all good. But anyway.
Yeah. So excellent show. Highly recommended.
Agreed.
Yep. What do you got? Or do you want me to go again since you kind of did a Shrinking thing as well?
No, you were first. I'll go because I only have one other thing. Liz and I, Amazon Prime, season 2 of Cross. That's what I could not think of last week. And I tried to, I said he was a black Jack Reacher, blah, blah, blah. I couldn't think of the name of it.
That did look good. That was interesting. I saw the trailers for that.
Very good. Enjoyed it a lot. And I don't know if there'll be a season 3 or not. Left it open for other avenues.
Mm-hmm.
But I was going to say it picked up. But in fairness, I was watching Red Sox who just beat their asses.
The Twins. Yeah.
I was watching Red Sox Twins, and so I Cross didn't have my undivided attention. But then 3 through 8, there was no Red Sox. So was able to get into it.
All right.
Very good series, worth the watch, and he's a cool customer.
Nice.
And his sidekick.
Now, what's the genre? What's the?
It's like I think of Jack Reacher.
Okay.
Type CSI.
Okay. FBI, CS.
Beretta. If you want to go, if you want to go a throwback. Chuck probably remembers
all the
Beretta.
kids out there are like, Beretta.
Yeah, Beretta. What's it? He's got a gun in his pocket.
I was gonna say that my dad's got one of those in the safe. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, that's it.
All right. We also finished DTF St. Louis.
Okay.
So, I have to stick with.
Is that done then?
It's got to be. Well, what I'm thinking is if it did well enough, they would do DTF New York,
okay,
or DTF Chicago, or
so kind of like a Robert Blake.
Yeah, there you go.
So,
that's right, Chuck.
I met what I meant. I didn't mean will there be another series or season. I meant so all the episodes on Max are out. So you can.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
So that'll be on our, because we're still a few weeks away from starting The Boys. So
Right. So what David Harbour and Jason Bateman. I mean, it's like that's what drew me into it. I'm like, here's two super, super hot, well, popular. Let's say hot. How am I gonna? Two very popular, stars that they had to pay a lot of money for.
Given the right look, Bateman is an attractive man.
Yeah, not in this one.
Okay, and
I think
the one that he played the brother.
I think they do the lighting on purpose.
Yeah.
And David Harbour, actually,
I don't know who David Harbour is by name. Maybe I know.
You would know him by face. He's in quite a few things. He was Stranger Things, which you did not follow, but he was Hopper, the town sheriff or town police chief. And then in the MCU Marvel Cinematic Universe, he is the Red Guardian. In Thunderbolts, whatever. Anyway, you probably haven't seen that, but people out here probably have. He's in quite a few things actually, but it's weird. It gets really good enough, and it sucks you in, and you're like, oh my God, and you're riveted to the TV. And then there's these moments where you're just like, what am I doing? And then you get to the point like you, where you've invested so much time. You're like, well, I got to see this thing because I got to see who done it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So DTF, I assume, is an acronym for Down to Fuck.
It is.
Is there any fucking in the movie? Because
a little bit, but not a lot. No.
8 episodes cross-lays the pipe 2 or 3 times for no real apparent reason other than just to
got to get it in. Yeah.
So, but it's all right.
No, it is not. If you just read it as that, it's if you're just looking for episode after episode, kind of like Bridgerton of just people fucking.
Okay.
You would be disappointed. It's not that.
Okay.
Although that's what I'm saying. It's really weird because it's about that each episode.
Would you recommend or no?
I would recommend I want to know what you think.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I like Jason Bateman.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. He's phenomenal, but it's weird.
One word. It's a long one. Angioplasty. No, dermatology. Angioplasty is a heart. Fuck. That's a State Farm commercial.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else you want?
That's it.
What have you been listening to?
All right. Music we should be listening to. Now, I don't have anything new. I just have something old.
All right. Now I'll give you my new first.
All
right. So, kind of hard. Bill Murray. Bilmuri. Released a week ago tomorrow, April 10th, 2026. 13 songs, 35 minutes. It's considered country metalcore or countrycore. And if I had to say who he sounds like, it would be Hardy. If you're familiar with any of Hardy's work. And my favorite song is starts with Always. Just a second. Always Let You Down.
Yeah.
And A Day to Remember
is
on that song with him.
Okay.
So
I'm going to get you LASIK surgery for Christmas.
All right.
You're like, okay. Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, so not a great album, but it was different, and I'm glad I listened to it.
Yeah. Okay.
And there we go.
That's kind of the country genre or subgenre of country that's been doing pretty well the last 5 years?
I guess.
Yeah, Post Malone, you got, yeah. Anyway, that's probably not a good example. It's probably a horrible example. Although he tried to do it.
Now fiddle fucking's done.
There you go.
All right, what is your old?
My old? All right, so I graduated from MSU. I tried to pick a date. Graduated from MSU December 13th, 1993.
Okay.
So I looked that up. Number 1 album on December 13th, 1993.
Aerosmith.
Nope. Not wrong genre.
Thriller. I have no idea.
Bow wow wow yippee yo yippee yay. Bow wow yippee yo yippee yay.
I'm familiar with who is like
Snoop
all
Doggy
right.
Dog.
Oh, Jesus.
Right? So, yeah, I mean, that whole thing crushed it.
Yes.
That catapulted him, right? To where he can now do the Olympics and nobody.
Yeah.
It's this guy's
catapulted him from criminal to star.
right. Yeah. So, the whole thing. I mean, I enjoyed the whole thing. Brought me back to my trials and tribulations as a youth.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you were
Yeah.
getting out of college. You're young adult
20,
life.
23
You're
years
young
old.
adult life.
Yeah. It doesn't. I mean, don't get me wrong. Life is good. You get to all phases of your life. But that 23 to probably even 22 to 27.
No,
Pretty
everything else
carefree.
is perfect. Obviously, love the wife and kids, friends I've made through work, this podcast / live stream. But if I pulled an Eddie Money and want to go back, it's going to be May to September 1985.
All right. Going back a little farther.
Nope, 18, graduated high school, king of the world.
Yeah.
At that time, you're going to live forever.
Yeah.
Not a care in the world because it's like, I'm still living at home, going to go to college, not doing fucking anything.
Right.
I want to go back and do it all over, but I can't go back. I know.
There you go.
We'll add money for you.
Who said you can't carry a tune?
Well, it was a bad tune, but nonetheless, I knew the
You
lyrics.
carried it.
Yeah, nonetheless, I knew the lyrics.
Yeah.
In our intro, there's a couple pictures of Nick Witzke's car.
Yes.
I text him. I said, it's sent. Let me know if you get it and if that's what you need or we need to give you anything else. And I haven't heard back from him yet.
All right.
So,
All right.
And then I told him, I said, if that's what you need and it's going to be on the wrap, I'll Venmo you money.
Yeah, we got to do that.
Well, I want to make sure it's
Go ahead.
what Chuck do.
I wanted to make sure he didn't get back with me. Nick, you didn't get back with me on the
Chuck said I did.
what's that?
Chuck said I did, and I can't remember what we were talking about.
Oh shit. I don't know what it. Oh, carried a tune.
Oh, no.
That's not it.
All right. Well, you're looking that up. My Something Old Americana, The Offspring. November 16th, 1998. 14 songs, 42 minutes. She's Got Issues is, as the kids would say, slept on, in my opinion. And then, of course, the hit probably from that album is Uno, Dos, Tres, Cuatro, Cinco, Cinco, Seis. And then Pretty Fly for a White Guy. And then even Larry Bud Melman makes an appearance on that song.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
That's a great song.
Thanks, Chuck. I've actually liked it. And I'll tell you what, if you've never heard The Offspring,
Yeah.
I strongly recommend them because the lyrics, the vocals, I think the guy is phenomenal. He would be like, no, I can't put him with Van Halen. I can't put him with Ozzy. I can't put him with Guns N' Roses. I don't like him that much, but like my sub Mount Rushmore, like over around the corner and a little bit smaller scale, Offspring, I think, would definitely be one of those bands.
Oh, yeah, I agree.
So,
all right. We getting in the ropes?
I think so.
I don't think we have one
Now,
for that, do we?
Ding, ding. You know what? It's WrestleMania season. We're here Saturday and Sunday. And it's been a long way to get there. It hasn't been perfect, but I'm tired of people shitting on it. And I'm not talking people that don't watch wrestling. The people that don't watch wrestling are going to shit on it anyway, and that's fine. I'm talking like the Jim Cornettes and like, oh, that doesn't make any sense. And they hate the fact that, I mean, I'll admit,
Right.
I don't know why Pat McAfee is the guy that was talking to Randy Orton, It doesn't make a lot of sense, but the WWE's had some injuries, and it is what it is. It's the hype. There are 4 matches here that we'll get to, and I'm pink, you're orange, but all right. So Saturday, the first hour is free on ESPN2 Saturday and Sunday, and then you need the subscription. To get the rest of the matches.
Yes. I remember you.
And fortunately, we have Violet this weekend, and I've got WrestleMania this weekend, so that should get me away from Red Sox Tigers, because this is my World Series, even though and then the after the Tigers is the Yankees, but I'm much more dreading the Tiger series than I am the Yankees series. But anyway, let's get into WrestleMania Night 1. I know the free match is the 6-man ladder match featuring... No, I lied to you. That's on Sunday.
Liar.
The first, it's a 6-man. It's Logan Paul, Austin Theory, and I Show Speed versus LA Knight and the Usos. So I am going to pick LA Knight and the Usos, and I think I Show Speed gets pinned.
Well, I can't go into that much detail, but LA Knight and Usos as well.
All right, so now I should have fucking
waited.
Yep, should have waited.
Just go around it with the yellow.
Yeah, so we'll see yellow. All right.
All right.
Fatal 4-way for the Women's Tag Team Championship. We have the champions Nia Jax and Lash Legend, Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair, Bayley and Lyra Valkyria, and the Bella Twins. The champions do not need to be pinned to lose the belt.
Nia Jax.
All right, so you say the champions retain.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going Bayley and Lyra.
All right.
These matches aren't in this particular order, although I do know the Logan Paul Theory I Show Speed match starts because that's on free TV. For the Women's Intercontinental Championship, we have champion AJ Lee versus Becky Lynch. I'm trying to look at any other belts. I am going to say AJ Lee retains.
Yeah, I was just going to say, they've been making such an effort to get her over. I'm going to say she retains.
Seth Rollins versus Gunther. You're first. Chuck, if there's a match you want me to go deeper into, let me know.
Rollins versus Gunther.
There's 11 matches. I'm trying to keep it flowing because I know all our wrestling fans out there are just loving
I'm going Gunther.
All right. I too am going Gunther. And if healthy, I do not know the status of his health. I say Gunther wins with some shenanigans, tomfoolery, if you will, from Braun Breaker.
Oh.
Because that was what WrestleMania was going to be.
Yeah.
Was Breaker and Rollins. But then Breaker got hurt, had hernia surgery.
Right.
So, all right. And the second to the last match on Saturday, we have champion Stephanie. And the same person in the same show, we'll call her the Kerr or the Care. Joe Tessitore uses both of them.
Okay.
I like the Care.
Okay.
Versus Liv Morgan for the women's world title. You went first. I am taking Liv to take the strap because she's earned it and she's Liv.
I hate to have so many that we agree on, but I got to agree with that. I can't go against Liv in this situation.
All right. Main event Saturday night, night 1, Cody Rhodes, the champion, versus Randy Orton for the undisputed WWE Championship.
Cody Rhodes, his tag is American Nightmare, yeah?
Yep.
Yep, I think it's a nightmare for Randy Orton.
All right, so Dave is going to take Cody. Randy Orton gets the strap for the 15th time in his career. I have a sneaky feeling that The Rock makes his return in this match, which I will not be happy about. But anyway, that is. So now we go on to week.
He makes his return in a sense of some tomfoolery?
Yes.
Okay.
And I actually think it's for Cody heel turn.
Oh.
But we'll see. But I'm picking Randy Orton.
Gotcha. Yeah, that would make sense with the storyline.
From like 2 years ago.
Yes.
To follow,
Yes.
Night 2. Brock Lesnar must want to just get this fucker over because they're showing the Brock Lesnar match to start night 2 for free on ESPN. So it is Brock Lesnar versus Oba Femi. You picked first. I would love to be able to pick Brock Lesnar. I just don't see how after Oba beats him and Brock doesn't need help. He's going to put the guy over. I'm picking Oba Femi.
Gotta.
I think, Brock probably F5s him once or twice, and he gets up, and Brock will be like, oh, shit, nobody's ever got up from the F5. So we both got Oba. All right, and then the other match. Now, this is the ladder match, which will start on free TV ESPN2. We have the champion Penta versus Javon. I was going to say Edmonds. Javon Edwards.
I don't have that. I don't have that one down here.
I'm now in piss. Anyway, Javon Edwards, we'll call him.
Sure.
And Dragon Lee, Rusev, JD McDonough, and Rey Mysterio in a ladder match.
Mm-hmm.
Javon Evans.
There you go.
Whew.
Oh, my God, Mike, you're slipping.
So I went first. So who are you picking here? Penta to retain or
Mysterio?
Ooh, that's a sleeper pick.
They've been working him through.
Now I'm talking Ray, not Dom.
Oh, it's Ray.
This is his dad.
Oh, never mind.
Okay, that's what I was gonna say. I'm like,
beep,
wow.
Beep, beep, beep.
All right, yeah, that's his dad in this one.
All right.
Which seems kind of strange to put him in a ladder match with high flyers like Penta and Javon Evans.
Yeah. I haven't been following a lot of their storylines at all. I guess by default, I'd have to stick with Penta then.
All right, so we're both going to go Penta. I think Javon Evans is going to do some high-flying shit that is going to wow you, but you have to keep the Latino community happy and keep Penta because they're really pushing Sarah. It's zero fear.
Oh,
is what he says in Spanish.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
But my Spanish is not that good. All right, we have for the United States Championship. What did he say? See, he's a closet wrestling fan. He knows. For the United States Championship, we have champion Sami Zayn versus the challenger, the up-and-comer from NXT. Whoop that Trick Williams and his little lemon pepper steppers.
Yeah.
Which is a shoe, apparently.
Yeah. Let's go with Trick.
Yeah, this is going to be we're going to have similar records. Nobody wants to see heel Sami Zayn as the United States champion. No. It's got to be whoop that Trick. And Lil Yachty's with him, too, by the way.
Okay.
All right, we're going to go with the Demon versus Dom in just a grudge match.
Oh.
Demon is Finn Balor's alter ego character.
Okay. Dom.
All right.
Oh, maybe that was your turn.
Nope,
sorry.
That's fine. Dave went Dom. Mike goes Finn because really been. I mean, Finn's had a lot of good matches and doesn't win.
Yeah.
So, just a couple more matches. Two more matches, Chuck. Champion Jade Cargill versus Rhea Ripley for the Women's World Championship.
I'm going to go Jade just simply because when she comes out, I'm wondering if it's AI. You know what I mean? I'm stunned by how just absolutely jacked and ripped.
I agree.
Doesn't look real.
I agree with that, but she really lacks on the mic skills, and they have to put the strap on Rhea, or otherwise they might as well just leave her laying in the ring and piss in her mouth, because she has been booked horribly. She's still gets probably the biggest pop of the women for sure,
and she's been helping EO for so long
and been pushing all the women.
Yep,
they got to put the strap on Rhea, and finally. For the World Heavyweight Championship, we have champion CM Punk versus Roman Reigns as I look for my highlight cover. There it is.
You want me to go or are you going?
Why don't you go ahead, Dave?
Does it make sense to put that belt on a guy that's only going to show up to wrestle every 2 months? Maybe. Or is that a good plan? Because then you know what I mean? Every time he gets in the ring, it's a big deal. Let's go Roman, just for fun.
All right. Then we are both picking Roman Reigns. I've said it the last since their first promo against one another. A lot of people are pissed. Oh, Roman's never there. Roman's never there. Who gives a fuck? That's what. Oh shit, Roman's there. It means something. Cody Rhodes is on everything. Fuck, Cody Rhodes goes down to NXT from time to time.
Right.
And now everybody's kind of sick of him.
Right.
There are other things they can do with Punk. There are other business things they can do with Punk. And if you beat Roman Reigns, then you might as well not even have him on the fucking show. You might as well fucking fire him and let him go to work with Chris Jericho at AEW or something. But, all right, those are our picks. I'm looking forward to it. I know a lot of people will be disappointed. It's a spectacle. We're pissed that it's back in Las Vegas. The second year in a row, and the ticket prices are too high. Then nobody's asking you to go to Las Vegas.
That's fair.
Those $2,000 ringside seats, they ain't for you. They ain't for me. Pardon my poor English. They don't give a shit about our money.
No.
I pay the $12.99 a month for the ESPN Plus or whatever it is, or we do. Liz and I have joint billing, so I don't want to just tell her it's all my money. But so it's a show. Why are you bitching about it?
Yeah.
There's more important things to bitch about, like the shitty Red Sox performance to start the year. But we'll get to that later. But with that, WrestleMania probably hope to see one of them live. The other one, maybe I'll see. We'll see how busy Violet keeps us this weekend.
All right.
But we have to rate Count Mercula. It almost has a little bit of diesel gasoline flavor to it. So
I mean, I wouldn't go that far, but
there was just enough tropical to take the edge off that. I will go 3.05.
Oh, wow. I'm not typically a fan of the Murky series. So, but the tropical flavors, you had on the notes, you had some banana. I thought this is probably one of the best ones. The other one was the Caddyshack. I mean, it wasn't technically Caddyshack, but it was something having to do with Caddyshack in the title. I can only see the can. I can't remember what it was called. But that one and this one had enough of that tropical flavor. I put it at a 3.52.
All right. Well, 161 people have checked in on Untapped for Count Mercula, and they're more in line with you than me, 3.72. Which brings us to our second tasting, David. And he was planning on it. So second tasting comes courtesy of loyal listener / viewer Chuck McPeak.
Oh, thank you, Chuck.
And he was at Costco. I thought it was a 12-pack, and we were going to get 3, 3, 3, 3. It actually was a case, and we got 6, 6, 6, 6.
Ooh, ew.
And I think we may
Sign
have
of the devil.
That's 3 6s.
Oh, sorry.
4 6s is a sign of a Bell's 24-pack.
Okay.
We may have had this before, but on the case it says back.
Oh,
So it's 6 two-hearteds, which I was pre-potting with, 6 smittens, 6 lighthearted, and then 6 of the blue label and it says back. So it's another, I think it was called official or something. I'll have to look. But anyway.
Oh. Yeah. We had the official on. Yeah.
So
okay.
So thanks, Chuck, for this. And I did give one of the 6 beers to Chuck. Now, if he's in the mood and up for it, and I think I have it, he's going to sample right along with us. Now, we won't be able to cheers him because modern technology isn't gone that far, but
it's getting close.
But anyway.
Yeah.
And Chuck, if you are enjoying one with us, are you right out of the can, or do you got yourself a glass? Well, I guess I didn't give the particulars. Smitten, a golden rye ale from Bell's Brewery, a macro brewery in Comstock, Michigan. Episode low, 6%, 50 IBUs.
What glasses are we drinking out of, Mike?
You have the Maple Grill stainless steel, and I have a newer version of the Maple Grill pint glass.
The Maple Grill, an amazing farm-to-table counter service restaurant and microbrewery offering a rotating selection of the freshest local items available and cooked over an open kitchen's wood-fired grill. The Maple Grill not only offers the greatest of local fare, but wood-fired craft beers and ciders as well, and seltzers. But wait, before you get in the car and rush over there, look at their website, themaplegrill.net. That's spelled GRILLE.net. Check out the current menu, see what's on tap, and then get yourself to 13105 Gratiot Road in Hemlock. And when you get there,
tell them Mike and Dave sent you.
Exactly.
Now, before we cheers,
yeah,
I can't risk a pour like Dave's last one. See, he's going right out of the can.
Yeah.
Was that a slip on your part?
Maybe.
With ciders and seltzers?
Yeah, because they haven't.
They don't have ciders, do they?
Not lately.
All right, because the ad read has been seltzers.
Yeah, it has. Yeah.
See,
right.
you don't think I pay attention to you?
Yeah. Well, you proved me wrong.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, Chuck. Good notes, almost like a Oktoberfest-ish note.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's smooth. See, Count Mercula was 50 IBUs and was bitter as fuck, in my opinion.
Right.
This is 50 IBUs and kind of smooth. And Chuck went cheers too. All right.
Yeah.
There's a lot of flavor in this motherfucker.
Absolutely.
I'm smitten for smitten. All right. I still can't see.
Yes, sir. Here we are in sports.
What do you want to start with? You want to start with the NBA?
We can.
Just real quick. Now, I don't like it enough where I actually watch it,
Okay.
but I do really like the playoff format.
I agree.
7 versus 8, 9 versus 10.
Yep.
9 versus 10 winner moves on. Loser, they're gone.
Bye-bye.
7 versus 8, winner is the 7 seed, plays the 2 seed. Loser plays the winner of the other seed. I actually love that fucking playoff strategy.
Because what is it similar to? March Madness.
March Madness.
And I think they're gonna watch their data, and they're gonna see how many people are watching the play-in games,
Right.
as opposed to a 7-game series where, we're at game 3 of the,
Right.
So,
and like I say, now we can do this now that we're live streaming. My favorite team is the Sixers. And they beat Orlando, so now they're the 7 seed, and they will go to Boston to face their arch rival, the Boston Celtics. Don't really give them much of a chance, but they did have like a 15-game improvement win total-wise last year to this year. And I probably won't watch too much of it. There's not enough time in the day.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, the NBA players are great athletes. I mean, it's a great talent. You got to prioritize time.
Yeah, there's only so much time in the day. But I thought I saw the Hornets won, and the the
Suns won, right?
Oh, the Sun.
No, the Suns got beat by the Hornets. No, the Hornets are in the East. Suns got beat by the Warriors.
Yeah.
Now the Warriors play, and they could make it as the 8th seed with like 34 wins.
Correct.
So those games are tomorrow night.
Right.
So, NHL quickly playoff start. I think this weekend, and my Flyers made it for the first time since like 2022. They're not going to go anywhere, but they did make the playoffs, so
that's good.
And Major League Baseball, the entire American League is teetering like 500 levels.
Right.
Red Sox are a little lower than that. Quick observations on the Red Sox. Larry wanted to know the Tigers will win 3 out of the 4. The Red Sox, they can't hit. They can't field. Starting pitchers throw way too many pitches early in the game. And they can't get to Chapman because they're always behind. And they have no power. Other than those 5 blemishes, they're a pretty fucking solid team. Right. At what point do you have to stop saying, well, it's still early. It's still early. All right, so I think they're 7-11. That's 18 games. 162 minus 18. Math guy here is 144. 144 games to go. So, yes, there is a long way to go.
Yeah.
But at some point, you have to start hitting. My first recommendation would be, personally, and this isn't shitting on Roman Anthony. Kid will be 22 years old in May and has already had almost a half season of Major League Baseball at 21 years old. So it's not shitting on him. They've got him in the leadoff position. He came out like a flash last year and thrived. Well, big league pitchers look at tape, the analytics. Oh, he's struggling with this pitch in this location. Well, that's where I'm going to throw it then because he's struggling with it.
Right.
And they've got him in the leadoff spot. 22 years old. If Mike's managing the team, I keep him in there. I'm not going to give up on him. Fuck, he's 22. Or he'll be 22 in May.
Right.
There's no point in giving up on him. You sign him to a 7-year, $120 million contract. How the fuck can you give up on him? But
can't afford to.
Put him 6 or 7 in the lineup. Let him work. Let somebody else have. But yeah, so. And then there's the Dodgers.
Hell, you've got Cora on speed dial, don't you? Why don't you just?
Well, he's not going to listen to me because he thinks he has all the answers.
Okay.
More on that later.
Okay.
But, I mean, the Dodgers right now, I mean, it's just, and yes, every team has the ability to spend this past weekend, or Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday it was, I'm sorry. The Dodgers and the Mets played a 3-game series, and it was billed as the $1 billion series. Those two teams have a $1 billion payroll. And if I'm not mistaken, this isn't a corrections corner because I'm close and I don't mean to be factual. I read in one of the emails I got that the Dodgers are paying more in luxury tax, penalty tax, whatever the fee is if you go over the certain spending limit. The Dodgers are paying more in that tax than the bottom 12 teams are paying payroll.
Yeah.
So
like combined?
Yeah. Well, not combined, but like
each team.
Yeah. So teams 30 through 18 have a payroll of less than 127 million.
Yeah.
The Dodgers are paying 127 million in luxury tax. The Mets are paying like 115 luxury tax, which is higher than 9 teams payroll.
Where does that money go? Does that money go to the lower 12 teams, or
and to be split evenly?
Evenly.
So allegedly, it gets them to put money back into payroll.
Right.
Wink. See, I'm
wink.
the guy.
Nudge, nudge.
I'm the
Say no
guy
more.
that if it's my hot dog stand, you're the one out there pushing my hot dog stand.
Right.
You're busting your ass uphill both ways, dealing with rude customers, fighting off people trying to steal shit. And I'm paying you $9 an hour. I'm making $66 trillion.
Right.
If you want your name on your hot dog company, fucking start your own hot dog company. This is my hot dog company. If I make $70 million, maybe I'll give you $10 an hour. If you don't like the $10 an hour because you think I'm making too much money, go fucking somewhere else and sell hot dogs.
Yeah.
Because I'll get somebody else in there to push it. It's my fucking business.
That's pretty straightforward capitalism.
Right. That's the way it should be.
Yeah.
And that's why, like, this is like this in the business, folks, we call this a tangent. This is why I fucking hate college sports and NIL. Well, the athletes are the important part. Then fucking go pro. If you're that good, go pro. You know, no, the guy from Ferris who went to Mississippi State, he's going to have his 37th year of eligibility, making $3 million a year in college because he's not going to fucking make it in the NFL. It's college athletics. It's athletic. What's the word I'm looking for?
Is
that
I usually
amateur athletics. So it's just the person that's footing the bill should make the money.
Right.
That's the way I look at it.
Sure.
And if Joe Schmo doesn't like the fact that he's getting a full ride to Duke University, then enter the NBA draft, sign a $140,000 contract, and be cut and playing in Greece for a nickel. If you're that fucking good.
Right.
But you're not, so you shouldn't be paid NIL money.
Yeah, this will come full circle. I mean, when it gets to the point where, and it's already elevated itself, it's already exploded to the point where there has to be a ceiling, unless it gets to be like Major League Baseball, where the TV contracts are so egregious that they don't need people in the stands, right? And at the concession stand, we got to sell hot dogs and a drink for $89.
Well, Michigan's national championship cost them $12 million, so it's at least that profitable.
Right.
So,
you know what I mean? It's and that's the sad part too, where you get enough money from the TV contracts and from other sources where you don't need people in the stands. Fuck it.
Right.
And if I was a college kid and I walked into an arena, especially basketball, because that's, you know what I mean? You kind of need people. I mean, an outdoor stadium, football stadium might be even worse, I guess, if you've got parents and girlfriends, and that's it.
But the big schools that are paying the NIL money, they're filling the building.
They're filling
those ticket prices aren't outrageous.
They're filling the building right now, but they have to be taking a loss on some level with ticket prices for, single. We'll get it.
Or the Big Ten volleyball matchup that the Northwestern team has to go all the way to the West Coast and play UCLA.
Yeah.
That has to be, that can't be.
That's a loser.
That can't be cost efficient.
That's a loser. Yeah. Anywhere they take the track team for any college is not a profitable endeavor.
All right, NASCAR this week last week at Bristol.
Yeah.
I wanted to prove to our group me text that I was the jinx of all jinx. I took Tyler Reddick with the 9th pick. Fucking finished 4th. Kudos to the guys in our league, though, because I finished 4th. I got 7 points, no dollars, because guys in our league picked the 1st, the 2nd, and the 3rd. And then there's some weeks where you'll finish 14th and win money.
Yeah.
It's just weird how it works. But anyway, this week, you would have been better off taking Bubba like I thought, because who did you have last week at Bristol?
Oh, Van Geysenberg.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he DNF'd, I think, or something.
But you picked 2nd, right? Because
I picked 1st this week.
Oh, and you have Larson.
Yeah.
Okay, so
No,
Dave has
I got the number 5 car.
Kyle Larson.
I got Kyle Larson.
Dave, Kyle.
He's gonna drive that car like he stole it.
He's got 2 wins in Kansas recently. I reluctantly took the 12 of Ryan Blaney over Tyler Reddick, and then Mike Kerchak, who was right next to me. He's like, well, whoever you don't pick, I'm probably going to pick. I said, you know what? I should ride Tyler out, but my initial reaction was Ryan Blaney. Fuck it, I'm going Ryan Blaney, and Kerchak took Tyler Reddick next pick. So that's this week, Kansas.
Yep.
I believe 3:00 on Sunday. But I'll be in. Yeah. In that point, I'll be in. Yeah. WrestleMania
and Violet mode.
Yes. And I'll let you finish up sports before we rate this and get. I'm interested to see if Chuck likes this.
Well, there was
golf. You're talking.
There's a fairly decent.
That's right. There's
a fairly decent golf tournament that happened last week.
I'm handing the baton to you.
And even non-golfers tend to watch the Masters.
Yes.
With all the pomp and circumstance, et cetera, et cetera. And if you wanted to watch drama, you had on the second half of the day on Sunday, you had enough of it. There were 3 or 4 lead changes, and whether you like him or love him, Rory McIlroy could not get out of it. It just, even on the 18th, when he had the lead, gets up on the 18th and just snipes a banana slice into the trees, almost on the, for those of us that have hit that slice or that hook all the way over into the other fairway, and you got to, wave to people and like, sorry, and let me get out of your way. He was still in the pine straw, but, was able to hit some crazy shot up there to the green. And, all he had to do was 2-putt for his par, to get his second green jacket, which ironically,
4th ever to
back. Yep. Who are the others? Do you remember?
Tiger Woods.
Yep.
And
who's the other that it has to
Jack
be?
Jack Nicklaus.
Yes.
And then Ben Crenshaw.
Sir Nick Faldo.
Oh, fuck Sir Nick Faldo.
Yeah, Nick Faldo. So he was the 4th to ever go back-to-back. And, it was a great tournament. And it's funny. I don't know. Did you see any other news about any golf stuff in the last couple days post Masters?
I don't know about Postmasters, but fill in, not the Postmaster General Wilford Brimley, but Postmaster. Before we go Postmasters, let's go back to Saturday, Sunday. Now, that was the only time that's ever been done at Augusta where he played 36 holes of bogey-free golf? Or what did Scheffler do? I know
Saturday and Sunday he played bogey-free golf.
Right, and that's, I don't know. They said it's never been done, or it's only been done
at the Masters.
That's what I mean, at the Masters. So it's never been done at the Masters.
Apparently, that's what I heard. What you heard?
Right.
Yeah.
Anyway, what happened post Masters?
There are rumors flying around that the Saudi Foundation is going to pull out of Live Golf. So, with all the fanfare, I don't even know. I don't see any advertisement for Live Golf. I wouldn't even know where it's played or how. I mean, obviously you could go on the internet and you could, Live Golf and figure out how to watch it. But I have no idea. And as successful and as high as the ratings were for the Masters, I got to imagine at some point somebody from the Saudi Foundation was saying, okay, well, if the ratings for the Masters jump up to this, blah, 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 this, that, and the other thing, we're thinking about getting out. Because I just don't know how much draw. I can't imagine the ratings for Live Golf are worth a shit.
No, probably not. And Saudi might have other things they're dealing with.
So. A few. But a couple questions I saw on social media was, even if they pull out of Live Golf and Live Golf, doesn't survive, was Live Golf good for golf in general? Did it
I don't think
elevate the sport?
It elevated the pocketbooks of some of the big names that went there.
Sure.
I don't think it elevated the sport.
But in any big drama, like you were saying earlier, you hate the fact of all of the wrestling people shitting on wrestling. Unfortunately, in media, getting angry and pounding your fist and do that kind of thing actually, gets eyeballs and eardrums as far as, people paying attention and engaged. So, was the confrontation between Liv and the PGA, did that get people's attention and more people,
you're asking me the question. I'm saying
no. You're saying no.
Now, like I said, I mean, it got the John Rahms and the Phil Mickelsons and this golfer, that golfer, this golfer, that golfer. It got those, and then when Augusta said, "Well, you're not going to play because we've reserved the right. This is for PGA members only." Blah blah, or whatever the rules are.
Yeah.
So in the golf community, it made a difference. On the big, the casual fan.
Okay. Didn't draw more people in.
No, because I don't even know when fucking Live, and they changed their ruling. I'm
kind of a golf fan, and I don't even know where Live is.
Are they a 72-hole tournament this year? Because they were 54 holes, right?
I don't even. See, there was something along those lines that they were going to switch it up.
So,
but I don't think it's having much of an effect. Can I ask you a question? I was looking earlier. Where the hell is the Smitten can? Did you take it?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Was mine empty?
There was a drop, and I just poured it in mine because you said you have an early track meet or something.
Okay,
so
good for you.
I wanted it out of the way.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm trying to behave.
So,
got to stay sharp.
Any other sports?
Let's see.
I've got my rating written down, and then you'll be first, then we'll throw it to Chuck.
I don't have any other sports. I would just say the Great Lake Bay Area Celebrity Basketball game on Sunday, April 19th, which is this Sunday, is at Michigan Lutheran Seminary High School. And I don't have the time here, but I have the little.
Hopefully
I've got this thing over here.
Doesn't interfere with WrestleMania.
No, but there it is. And show it one more time.
2 p.m. Oh, yeah, you'll be home plenty of time for
2 p.m.
WrestleMania.
There you go. Good.
All right. Like I said, my rating's written down.
I'm up.
Yep.
$3.85. Really enjoyed this. I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I would. You see golden ale with a flower on it, and you're like, okay, that'll be cute.
Chuck's comments up there, I think. There it is. Definitely better than the Peppermint Porter. 3.5, a good parallel parking beer. As Bell's is known for. Bell's is known to help parallel park. Gives you a little sense of that relaxed feel.
I've never heard that.
All right, so I'm in the middle of you two. I went 3.75. I thought the smoothness of this rye ale, when I think rye ale, I harken back to the KBZ days when I was drinking some ryes, because I actually liked ryes better than bourbons, but I think it drank stronger than a 6%.
Agreed.
it had that warming effect, if you will.
Yeah.
I went 3.75, and 81.4 thousand people on Untapped are right there with Mr. Chuck. After all, Chuck says 3.54. So
great job, Chuck.
well done, Chuck. See how it is to be part of the gang. I don't even know what the fuck that meant.
I don't either. It sounded good.
All right.
You know what else sounds good?
What's that, Dave?
The Grand Central Sports Bar and Grill. The Grand Central Sports Bar and Grill is a family-friendly sports bar with delicious food and drink menu to please everyone. Looking for some fun on a weekday night? Grand Central's the place to be for Trivia Mondays, Comedy Tuesdays, Wild Wing Wednesdays, Thirsty Thursdays, Fish Day Fridays, Sassy Saturdays, and Sunday Fun Days with drink specials every day. Grand Central's located at 3504 State Street in Saginaw, and you can check out the menu on their Facebook page, the Grand Central Sports Bar and Grill. It's always a good time at Saginaw's hometown sports bar, Grand Central Sports Bar and Grill. And when you get there,
tell them Mike and Dave sent you.
Exactly.
All right. Our third and final tasting of episode 331.
Wow.
Is Going Places, an American IPA from Hopewell Brewing Company, which is a microbrewery in Chicago, Illinois. Now, I don't know if one-time listener Grant Davis knows where Hopewell is. Probably will never find out either, because I think Mr. Davis is busy with the little one. They had a baby, so we take the back seat, which is kind of bullshit.
Babies can listen to live stream and podcast, can't they?
Yeah. So, but anyway, 6.5% IBUs not mentioned.
I'm going to try to actually not have 8 inches ahead here. Come on, Mike. Don't disappoint me.
Well, I've got my hands full, Dave.
That's what she said.
That's what she said.
All right.
Said no one ever to me.
Whoa.
And I really don't. I appreciate Chuck being a loyal listener and a loyal viewer. I really don't appreciate the way he shits on the Kentucky Bourbon Peppermint Porter.
I don't either. It's great stuff.
It's amazing.
What do you got for notes?
Cheers. A stronger lager, which that's...
Do I have COVID? Because I've got nothing.
No, it's an American IPA. American IPAs typically don't have the oof that a New England or a West Coast do.
I mean, barely. I mean,
that's a flavorful. That's got a good flavor to it.
That's sneaky. That's got. I'm shocked that that's got as much flavor as it does, based on not very strong notes.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, where are we starting segment 3, Dave?
All right, sir. All right. I want to give you some facts. And then I need you to come up with a couple of ideas. Okay, so it's kind of like finish this sentence. But I'm going to go back to the World Cup because the World Cup's coming up. June 11th through June 11th through the 19th.
I think it's 58 days away.
Yep. So, also, Marcus, if you're out there, we're going to think about trying to get you either remotely or on the pod because you're a soccer guy and you're a sometime listener. So I'll be calling you just prior to that June 11th date. All right, here we go. Tickets. We were talking about tickets earlier, right?
Yep.
Now, this is for the finals, World Cup finals. A Category 1 ticket for seats in the lower 2 bowls of the stadium opened at $10,990. That's over 70% more than the original price of $6,370 back in October when the sales kicked off. Now, I don't understand how that's possible, how it opened, but maybe reopened. Seats in categories 2 and 3, $7,380. And then, 2 and 3, $7,300 and $5,700 respectively. So for comparison, a category 1 ticket in the 2022 World Cup in Qatar averaged $1,607. And then cost of a ticket $1 in the 2018 World Cup final in Russia, which averaged $1,100. Now, venue series, if you're going to some of the beginning games in the beginning, if you want a venue, so if you're in I think Seattle is one of the venues.
Sure.
If you want all the tickets, or if you want tickets to all the games that are going to be at that venue, those hospitality packages start at $8,275, which if you're a big crazy soccer fan, you got $10,000 and to go see all those beginning games, and you get pretty exclusive, pampering.
And if you pay me $8,000, I don't think I'll go.
Okay.
So anyway,
right, which is where I'm going to here in a second. All right. Now, single ticket prices range from $60 up in the nosebleeds, obviously, to over $6,000 down by the field. So you got an idea of what's going on with the World Cup this year. Now, a lot of people are crying and complaining because, a 70% increase, over the previous World Cup ticket prices is like, what would be the reason? Anyway.
Straits of Hormuz are closed.
Yeah, it must be. Goes right along with gas prices, right? So I want you to come up with, I've got some ideas here, and I'll read off one. If you can think of one, great. If not, I'll read off another one. 5 absurd things that you can buy for a World Cup ticket price, like in lieu of or instead of World Cup tickets. So,
An automobile.
Okay, there's one.
I mean, it's not going to be a brand new, 2026 Escalade.
Right.
But you can easily find a vehicle for $8,000.
Sure.
I don't know if that's really absurd.
It's not absurd. One of these ideas here, you can rent an excavator if you want to do any DIY projects, in your yard or your neighbor's yard. But an excavator's got that. You know what an excavator is with the hand. Yeah.
A digger.
Yeah. You can rent an excavator for, I think, about a digger for about 8 hours.
All right.
Yeah. I don't know why you'd want to.
I tell you what.
You want to freak out your neighbors and just come at their house with an excavator claw coming.
An excavator for 8 hours is $8,000. I'm beginning to think the World fucking Cup ticket prices are more like $8,000 to get a fucking piece of equipment out to your house for 8 hours.
Oh yeah. You know how expensive those are?
Fuck that. I'll go to the World Cup.
Okay.
I think the digger people are ripping you off.
All right. If you're in a giving mood, you could purchase 35 50-inch flat screens and give them to your neighbors and friends. 35 50-inch flat screens.
You're going to the wrong way. You can get flat screens for a lot. Chuck and I find those on Black Friday. You can get those bad boys for $2.79 a piece.
We're talking about the OLED,
those are $4.99 a piece. You just got to know where to shop.
Not the OLED. All right.
And you'll have a better seat than the World Cup.
Well, that's true. That's what we're saying.
All
right. Anything else? I got a couple more ideas. You got a 1-week trip to Hawaii for 2 people for $10,000.
Okay.
Right?
I have no
airfare and hotel.
That's fair.
Yeah. Now the next one. Now I love Ruby. I love Ruby. But if God forbid something happens and you and Liz said, you know what, one more dog.
Nope.
I know. I understand. One more dog. A Tibetan Mastiff is consistently ranked as one of the most expensive dog breeds in the world.
And I'm going to the World Cup. I'm not. You spend 10 grand on a dog. You should be forced to watch the World Cup and take fucking header after header from somebody's Pele bicycle kick. Right? You spend 10 grand on a dog. That's purely a flex, letting people know I have a lot of money. I spent this much on a dog.
Right.
Who gives a fuck? You're an idiot.
Okay.
In fact, I'll pay triple that for a World Cup nosebleed seat before I'd pay $10,000 for a dog.
Okay, I got you.
That's fucking stupid.
All right, next one that you might actually like.
I'm pushing a hot dog cart uphill both ways for $9. No, I'm going to. For those who have been listening all day, well played, Charles. Well played.
All right, last but not least, you can rent a private jet for you and your friends, mid-sized to super mid-sized, with our hourly rates ranging from $4,000 to $1,250.
Again,
yeah,
I'm going World Cup.
Okay.
CJFK Jr. I'm not a private jet guy. Those are the ones that you see fucking nose diving into fucking
the side of a mountain.
Yes.
Okay.
I'll leave my fucking travels to the folks of Delta.
Gotcha. All right.
So,
that's it for Mike. Finish this sentence.
all right. Well,
there we go.
Mix it up a little bit today.
Mhm.
All right. So, 3 people obviously more than 3 people passed away. But number 3, Joy Harmon, 87 years old. Best known for her car washing scene in the movie Cool Hand Luke. And dare I say, maybe the blanket originator?
What?
Because Cool Hand Luke is a mid to late 60s at most recent early 70s.
Yeah.
So there's not a lot of TNA out there.
Right. Yeah.
And this is a pretty sultry scene for that movie.
Okay.
And she went on to become a fairly well-known California baker.
So in a lot of those where they have car washing scenes with voluptuous women, were they rubbing the wind?
Yes.
Were they rubbing the
absolutely. And George Kennedy's about ready to bust. George Kennedy's out there without a blanket.
Okay. Rock on.
What was the contest that nobody thought Paul Newman could do, but he did?
Oh shit. Damn.
Help me out, Chuck.
Oh, I know this. Oh. I don't know why, but when you said that,
Chuck may have an answer. You have to share it because I can't see it through the clouds.
No, he's got a blanket comment.
I saw it after the fact. That was my originator.
The something. Damn it. I'm not going to think of it. Go ahead.
Chuck's got it.
Hard-boiled eggs?
Yep. It's 50-some or 70-some. I don't remember the number, but and then you can see his what's this?
Paul Newman did that?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
He ate 57 hard-boiled eggs?
Yes.
Oh my God. That is not what I was
57 may be the wrong number, but he ate a certain number of hard-boiled eggs. Now, here's another random trivia question on a movie that has nothing to do with Next One to Die. So, the movie One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Yeah.
Why was Jack Nicholson's character actually sentenced to where he wound up in that loony bin, the Cuckoo's Nest?
For eating too many hard-boiled eggs.
No.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't remember.
All right, so we'll get back to the Next One to Die. Because now I'm thinking maybe I fucking crossed my movies.
God, I hate that when it happens.
But I don't think I did. I'll get back to that.
Okay.
Number 2, Brownie Nagel, 57, pancreatic cancer. No, I'm sorry. He just died of cancer. Number 1 died of pancreatic cancer. He was a Jets quarterback, didn't have much success at the NFL level. He got to be an NFL quarterback because Howard Schnellenberger's first year as Louisville, the college, had his first year as a head coach.
Right.
Brownie Nagel lit the fucking country on fire with 4,000 plus yards and 30 touchdowns, whatever. So 57, younger than me.
Right. Yeah.
And number 1, Phil Garner, 76.
Oh, really?
Pancreatic cancer, 3-time All-Star, nicknamed Scrap Iron.
Yeah.
Played with 5 teams, most notably the 79 world champion, We Are Family Pittsburgh Pirates, and the Houston Astros. And then he went on to manage the Brewers, the Tigers, and the Astros. And he was the Brewers' all-time winningest coach or winningest manager until Craig Counsell just surpassed him. But anyway, so rest in peace, Joy Harmon, Brownie Nagel, and Phil Garner. So
rest in peace.
Anyway,
yes.
Before you hit the next music, I think Jack Nicholson's character in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest was arrested, and Chuck will correct me on this right now if I've crossed my movies, for breaking into parking meters.
Yes. I think you're right. I think you're right.
That is a movie. Somebody was arrested for breaking into parking meters. I'm not 100% as Jack Nicholson in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
I'm pretty sure.
All right.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Or no, wait a second. Maybe it's fucking Paul Newman. All right, that's Stump Mike, and we're going to get to it. Was that why Paul Newman was arrested for busting into... Yeah, because Jack Nicholson's character was with a minor.
Oh, wait a minute.
Jack Nicholson's character was with a minor. Randall P. McMurphy was admitted to the medical avoid. Okay, so yeah, so it was Cool Hand Luke was busting into parking meters that got him put in there.
Gotcha.
I don't know where I fucking crisscross those movies.
Couple of favorites, couple of good ones. Yeah. All right.
Koufax's curveball is snapping off like a fucking firecracker.
Ready?
Yes. What? Let's give the particulars.
Yes. So you are 37, 26, and 1.
37, 26, and 1. So that's
57.8%.
57, 60, 36 weeks to go. 35 after tonight. God, did I say 30 or 40%?
30.
Oh,
you said 30 originally.
All right. Can I get to 50? Anyway,
yes.
Talk to me.
All right. Ready?
Yes.
Now, I will say this. Well, I'm just going to say it regular. Okay. I'm going to go on the Nate method and just.
Are you going to give me the number first, though?
85.
All right. And that was chosen by the folks?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that was chosen most by Wednesday night. Okay.
Yeah.
Number 85. My precious. That's the quote.
Wow.
Now, I can say it with some inflection, and maybe you'll kind of get an idea. But Nate says that's cheating.
My precious. Silence of the Lambs. I have no idea.
My precious.
Wizard of Oz?
You're getting closer.
No, I got it wrong anyway because I said Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah. Gollum, the Lord of the Rings, the Two Towers.
Me, yeah. I'll happily take the loss on that fucking garbage shit ass movie. You could have said, hey, it was Gollum, My Precious, with the accent, and said, what franchise is that from? And I still wouldn't have known. All right, 37, 27, and 1.
Yep.
That fucking... That's like nutting in your pants when you're with the fucking prom queen, for fuck's sakes. Gollum, Lord of the... Fuck, that should be in the top 2,000. What a fucking horse shit.
Now, why do you say that, though?
Because it's garbage. It's shit. It's a fucking... lousy franchise.
Why is it lousy? It's
Because it
one of the
sucks.
top 5 franchises. I mean, that's why it made
It's worse than Harry Potter.
That's why it made the list, is because it is grossed. Yeah, Chuck said he got it, but
Did he got it meaning that I got it with the Paul Newman, or he got it because?
oh, probably yes.
I don't see Chuck as the Lord of the Rings guy.
Yeah, probably not. But as far as like top grossing franchises of all time and how much money those movies made, they're in the top. They're in the top 5.
Oh, I didn't say that.
I know.
They
I'm
were
just saying.
successful. I just think
From a popularity standpoint, that's probably why it made the list, because there's got to be enough
and
people.
Wizard of Oz was my pretty, I think, when she had the fucking.
I'll get you my pretty. Yeah. Okay.
So.
Yeah, for sure. I think I did a pretty good Gollum. Anybody listening to this,
And
gotta let me
I
know.
have no. You were
would
probably
know.
spot on because I have no idea.
All right.
All right, so 37, 27, and 1. Yeah, so if you have a spare 12 hours to watch them, Chuck said.
Yeah. Right. Before we get to that, though,
Yes.
Gabby from Shrinking,
Yes.
huge Lord of the Rings fan. If you were paying attention to the
Yeah, yeah.
lots of references.
That didn't do it for me.
Yeah. Okay.
So.
All right. Go ahead.
All right, I have 2, but one is applicable any time, shape, form, or whatever. And boy, if we could just do impromptu, live, flight football, anything else, there'd be much more piss and vinegar in this. But this is 3 days removed, so life goes on. How mad can you possibly be?
You should have picked up the phone and did a TikTok.
I know I should have, but I was that fucking mad. So my fuck you is going to be to Alex Cora, because on Monday night, the ace of the Red Sox staff. Now keep in mind, the Minnesota Twins are playing better than expected, and just a few days ago, they fucking threw four runs in like 4 2/3 inning on Tariq Skubal. And I mean, that's a fucking horrendous outing for Skubal.
Yeah.
Well, fast forward to Monday night, Boston at Minnesota. Garrett Crochet's on the bump. Cy Young runner-up. Ace of the staff. And he goes an inning and 2/3, gives up, I think, 9 hits, 11 runs, 10 earned, 2 walks, a hit batter, and no strikeouts. And at what point as a fucking manager do you leave your ace on the bump to get pounded harder than any adult industry
I knew you were going there.
orgy performer before you say, you know what? I don't think he's got it today. 11 fucking runs in less than 2 innings.
I saw that.
And you're going to let him and I'm sure Garrett's the team player. He's like, you know what? I'm not going to fucking eat up my bullpen. I'm out here, Skip. I got it, Alex. Let me fucking work through this. At some point, the inmates have to be put in the asylum, and the warden's got to say no.
Yeah.
Hey,
Right.
Jimmy, you in the bullpen. You never pitch. You're in, and you're in for the long haul because you're taking the shit kicking tonight, not my fucking ace.
Right. Yeah.
It's just, it's such a horrific. It reminded me of when Patrick Waugh was on the Montreal Canadiens, and the Red Wings blistered him for 8 goals in 2 periods, and he's looking over the bench like, "Can you get me the fuck out of here?"
Right.
And I want to say it was Jacques Demers, the future Red Wing coach, but current Canadian coach, I think, don't quote me on that, wouldn't take him out. And then, like, after the period, they did pull him. Patrick Waugh never played for the Canadians, was dealt to the Avalanche, and I think he won 2 Stanley Cups. The rest is history. I don't know if Crochet will do that, but it's just like, why would you leave somebody out there to – I mean, he's supposed to be your ace.
Right.
Well, if your ace is giving up 10 runs in less than 2 innings, you're in fucking trouble.
A little bit.
So it's just like, dude.
I saw that score, and I'm like, man, if that score was, the night before the pod.
Right.
Yeah.
We're at episode 331. Listen back to all 331 episodes, including like the first 2 where we had our confidence picks and bowls that Chuck really loved. I've said countless times, I was on Team Cora. I'm still on Team Cora. At some point, something has to be done. I start with firing the hitting coach and the pitching coach. And tell Cora, you've got to fucking Memorial Day to turn this shit around or you're next. And the reason the hitting coach and the pitching coach is because the starters, like, you go out against the Red Sox and have a 7-pitch inning. The Red Sox pitchers throw 7,212 pitches in an inning, and now we're in our bullpen in the 3rd inning.
Right.
So somebody's got to do the hitting coach. All the Red Sox do is strike out. That's all they do. Strike 1, strike 2, strike 3, you're out. Strike 1, strike 2, 3. And so I fire the hitting coach, the pitching coach, and then tell Cora, hey, you've got to Memorial Day to get this shit rolling, or you're gone.
So,
and I'm a Cora fan.
Let me ask you something.
Yes.
I've heard a lot about this upswing. They're trying to, a lot of the MLB players have this like uppercut swing to try to get the ball in the air, to try to carry it into the stands because people want to see dingers, right?
The game has changed.
So is a lot of these, you said all they do is strike out. Do you notice when you watch a game, a lot of it, they don't even swing the bat. Oh, they do.
There's no upswing. There's no swing. So,
yeah,
but
they're just going down with their dick in their hand.
Yes.
Okay.
But like I say, 144 games to go.
Right. Alex Lasher's trying to get you to
he was our kayak guide, beer guide,
tour guide,
who I have stayed in contact with through the flights chat. And I think he can't be 30, is he? Maybe 30.
Yeah, getting there.
So I'm 30 years older than him, and he's way more of a level-headed fan. Well, it's still early. They just got fucking
drummeled.
Yeah, they just got fucking curb stomped. What do you say? Well, it's still early.
Yeah.
Okay. I wish I had your optimism, buddy. Well, he doesn't have the years that just know that
like,
his life just sucks. All right, you have one, Dave?
I don't. I mean, I could do like just all the bullshit all the life stuff, but I'm dealing with the same thing everybody else is dealing with sump pumps and water and life and just stuff.
Did you and Shelly get woke up for the tornado warning?
Oh yeah.
Did you go to the basement?
Yeah.
So do we.
Yeah.
Ruby refused. She will not. She said, there's fucking entities down there. I'd rather die in a tornado than come downstairs with you fuckers. She will not come down here.
Yeah, I don't.
She goes upstairs.
Yeah, but like in her former, when you got her, she may have been abused, or maybe there was something about maybe the dog fighting was downstairs in a basement.
Possibly. I think it's the entities.
You think it's the entities down here? The ghost? You don't believe in dinosaurs, but you believe in entities?
I don't. Ruby does.
Oh, okay.
I'm down here, right? Because if I believed, I wouldn't be down here.
Yeah, that's true. All right, that's fair.
All right, let's do an either or and rate this beer and get out of here.
All right.
We're almost on time again for the second episode. We're getting better at this.
Yeah, this is a professional. Yeah.
All right. No names, no problem. Or wish my merit increase was on that level.
Read the second one again.
Wish my merit increase was on that level.
Oh.
Or no names, no problem.
Second one's a little more interesting.
All right.
From the title.
All right. So, forgive me if I mispronounce her name. because I don't even know where she went to school, but Azzi Fudd, Azzifudd,
Elmer's granddaughter?
I think so,
Okay.
was the number 1 pick in this most recent, like 4 days ago,
Okay.
WNBA draft.
Oh, all right. Wait a minute. I thought they have the draft? I thought they were, no, how long ago did they finish?
I have no idea.
We've been talking about Sophie Cunningham, so I forgot when they ended.
Yeah, that's just for other reasons. That's not for season reasons. That's for other reasons.
All right.
But so she will make $500,000 as a rookie for being the number 1 draft pick by whatever team selected her and whatever school she went to. Because I've never heard of her. Azzifudd.
Okay.
And Paige Bueckers, Bueckers, Paige. I like Bueckers. No, let's go Bueckers. Paige Bueckers, Bueckers. She was the number 1 pick in last year's WNBA draft.
Sure.
This year, she made $78,000. So in 1 year, the number 1 draft pick went from $78,000 to $500,000. And you can't tell me Azzy's that much better than Paige.
No, but I
TV
think
money.
there was
Sophie
something that
Cunningham's,
happened.
The Caitlin Fisher. Caitlin
Clark's. Yeah.
TV money. But like I say, all I'm saying is 78,000 to 500,000 is what percentage?
Yeah.
Spoiler alert to the listeners. My 2025 to 2026 merit increase was not that big.
Right. No.
It was nowhere near that percentage.
No.
That doesn't even make sense. Last year, the number 1 was 78K, which is a good living. I mean, that yeah, depending on where you live.
Depending on where you live.
And how many kids and expenses and whatnot. To 500,000, $500,000?
Yeah, there was some articles where something happened recently with profit sharing and something. Yeah, now that you mentioned that, if somebody would have just asked me on the street if, something financially, I probably wouldn't have remembered. But now that you brought that up, yeah, there was something where no matter who got that number 1 pick, it was going to be probably around that number.
Well, that's still a huge.
That's a giant. Yeah.
If I were Paige, I'd be like, hey, listen, a little something for the effort.
Right. Or Caitlin Clark, or
Well, she's making more money in endorsements than.
That's what I'm saying. As is Sophie Cunningham and some of these other players.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that's a pretty big pay bump.
Anything else, David?
There was one other thing, but we got into the WNBA one, the either or, and I cannot remember what it was, so couldn't have been that important.
All right. So, well, look at that. 4 minutes over. Not bad for a couple of old guys.
No, not bad at all.
And by the way, you went with the flights, football, anything else class. I'm going to the not a big deal. I'm really impressed with the Barstool Sports because this thing has been through the dishwasher a lot.
Yeah.
And it's
not faded.
Yep. Tall, loud, and proud.
You don't listen to them anymore, though, do you?
Nope. Because they don't listen to us. Fuck them.
That's a great point.
So, anyway.
Yeah.
Folks.
Yep.
Thank you all for joining us. Tell your family, your friends, like us on Facebook, like us and subscribe on YouTube. Leave a comment on Spotify. Apparently, comments on Spotify and Apple Music are good for the algorithm. So leave a comment. Say,
please and thank you.
Yeah. Say, this absolutely sucks.
It's a comment.
It's a comment. We'll take it. And you know what? We'll read it on the air. You'll be so lucky. But anyway, as I look down the bottom of my glass, I can see I'm out of beer. And as the late, great Stuart Scott would say, you ain't got to go home. But you got to get the heck up out of here.